The East Molokai Watershed Partnership, made up of 24 landowners and organizations coordinated by the Nature Conservancy's Molokai program, is proposing the East Slope Watershed Project. This project aims to protect and improve the remaining native Hawaiian rainforests in Manaʻe, Molokai. These forests are a major source of fresh water for Molokai and harbor many native plants and animals unique to our islands and sacred to Hawaiian culture. Invasive non-native plant and animal species have had serious ecological impacts on these fragile ecosystems. Today, Molokai has less than 15% of its original native forest remaining. The native rainforests atop the ahupua'a of Pua'ahala to Kalu'a'aha, also known as the Pakui Unit, are the East Slope's immediate priority for protection, as they are the healthiest native rainforests remaining in Manaʻe. Without action, these forests and everything they provide will continue to disappear. The following discussion among Manaʻe community members explores intergenerational perspective on the proposed East Slope Watershed Project.
I'm extremely proud of our island in that we can come together and do always think of what's best for our island, Molokai Nui Ahina. So I'm just really happy that we are all here and we have multi-generational knowledge and ike in this room.
My name is Billy Akuragawa. I born and raised in Molokai. My extended family come from the Manawai area in close to Walapui, and they also come from the backside, which is Wailau.
My name is William Kalipi Jr. Right now I'm a taro farmer, born and raised Manaʻe. I grew up in Halawa initially, and then moved to Isohia and Manawai.
My name is Justin Lua Falemana. I was also born and raised on Molokai, Manaʻe side. I got my degree in natural resource sciences, and I graduated in 2007.
My name is Guy Hanohano Naehu, born and raised on this island of Molokai. Come from Manaʻe, Ahupua'a's Keopukuloa, all the way down to Kainalu.
My name is Heather Place. My grandparents are Damon and Marie Place. I born and raised here in Molokai. Live East End all my life in Kalu'aha. I recently graduated from Molokai High School this past year, 2014, and I'm now attending Hawaii Pacific University.
We are at that point making decisions for generations yet unborn. And what is happening in this room is we're starting to build that legacy. Just like every time we drive along the road, we see the fish ponds that are hundreds and maybe even 1,000 years old. And they have the mana of every kupuna that pass the stones hand by hand. And they say, just put the stone back on the wall and you can have food again. And it's to feed all of us. And that love that they had to have, to think not just about themselves, but, well, this thing gotta feed our mo'opuna that's not born yet. So I think as we're looking at Manaʻe and the ike in this room and this love for Manaʻe and this love for Molokai, I know that we have it within us to bring about and to build a legacy for many of our mo'opuna yet unborn.
The way we were started at local ia was the fish pond was your mirror to your ahupua'a. You can tell how healthy what is above by how healthy your fish pond.
You can never look at the ahupua'a only as a land-based unit. There's an imaginary line that extends beyond the ahupua'a, out to the fringing reef and out even further to the deep pond. So if you talk about one healthy environment like on ahupua'a, you gotta think that we gotta think about the ocean, we gotta think about the mountains, we gotta think about the in-between land, and so I look at a healthy ahupua'a is People are thriving. The resources are kept intact. There is an even distribution among everybody in there.
I think what healthy ahupua'a is when the guys living in that ahupua'a is working in that ahupua'a. It's that whole intact, from our health to our food to our water.
I'm reminded of David Marlowe's definition. He talks about the difference between what is a moku and what is aina. And basically, moku is a land surrounded by water. But aina doesn't become aina unless it's inhabited by people.
And make food.
Yeah. So it's this understanding that there's this reciprocal relationship between the land and people, and they make each other better.
He ali ka aina, he kaua ke kanaka. The environment is our chief. We humans are the servants. And this goes back to aloha aina, to love that which feeds us, right? So that would be the mountains, the fish ponds, the lo'is, the reefs, the deep ocean. And I also agree with the ahupua'a going not only, to the mountains and all the way out to the open ocean, but like to remind everybody that it goes up to the heavens and down to the center of the planet. You're responsible for that. What goes into the ground and up into the atmosphere. So working ahupua'a to me is a place where you would have everything you need for live.
For me, being that I've been down Oahu for past 7 years, come to understand that, I gotta learn how to give and take and find this relationship, this balance with other people that might not fully see or understand my perspective, but I respect what they say and they respect what I say. I find a healthy ahupua'a is we're working amongst each other and working with each other to achieve the same common goal. Even though if you gotta give and take, you know what I mean? You're not gonna get everything you like, but the goal is gonna be achieved.
I think there's a broken part in the ahupua'a because we don't live that style no more. We don't work that land. We don't trade. We don't do this. We don't do plenty of things.
And let's face it, if we don't take care of ahupua'as, if we let one go and the other thrives, that's not going to help us as a community.
Until we do them collectively, as long as we stay fragmented and fractured, our aina going to be that way.
So now we get two cultures battling with each other, Western and Hawaiian. Not gonna work into, as guys said, Hina. Molokai is a child of Hina. It's a living thing. She gonna be here when I gone. She gonna be here when my son gone.
As the youngest in this group, I know my generation doesn't know about what we should do to help our ahupua'a, and I think that is a problem. Our teachers in our school don't tell us about our ahupua'a.
The other issue is we get changing weather patterns. Back in the 50s and 60s when I was growing up, always had rain. I mean, I don't see the streams running now. What's happening?
Global warming.
It is, yeah. We are affected with the environmental changes. How do we enhance bringing it back?
Yeah, you can't beat our native forests in terms of making sure that we continue to get the rain that is out there, which we've all seen, is even less. The best way to protect our rainforests, to make them more resilient in the face of this inevitable change, is to keep them as intact as possible.
Well, it was a It was truly a community process that we did back in, I think it was 99, 98, and then somewhere around 99. There was a huge concern about the erosion of land. You know, when the goats have no control, they're just going to eat up everything up there. So the easy was, let's get a partnership going. Let's think about running one fence line, bringing the native vegetation back up to the fence line, and encourage the hunters to go in there, because at that point, when you get goats like that, you cannot eradicate the goat. All you can do is control the goats. So the next step was take it to the community. So they had to get people involved in this through a partnership deal. And I think part of the spearhead of this was through the Nature Conservancy. And so it really took a major effort to fence that area. But if they didn't fence the area, they would have had the incursion of goat going high above that. You know, so it was a manageable thing. And I think the forest, from the Nature Conservancy side, we're looking, the forest was actually coming like out to the fence line.
We got to understand that our environment will change. Animals came in that wasn't native, and it's our responsibility for make sure that they don't destroy, pillage, disrupt the connectivity in the ahupua'a.
I think this generation, what would help is one fence will cover some of the pukas. Putting up one fence, we can kind of cut that deer, pig or ungulate moving from left to right, so we can let hina kind of grow bigger. We can let our forests expand.
Fencing is a tool used in conservation. That's the bottom line. It's a tool. You know what I mean? There's many different type of tools to bring down the population, but studies have shown that fencing is one of the most efficient techniques when used properly. You know, down in Oahu, we actually built this fence, and this is when I first started back in 07. And we fenced out this one fence, not knowing that they didn't do any community outreach. What happened, my coworkers went out there and they was handing out the flyers saying, oh, this area is now fenced up and you can no longer hunt over here. So the hunters, you know what I mean, we give them the paper and they like fight already, you know. They're all armed up, like, oh, why come to have no meeting? You guys never tell us nothing. You know, you gotta realize that hunting now has become a tradition for Hawaiians and for other people in Hawaii. You know, so access is a big thing for all the people in Hawaii. You know,
The fence is the single most important tool we have, because we cannot. Nowhere in the world has a feral pig population been controlled over a large area without a fence, because it's impossible to combat reproduction and ingress. It's never been done. We haven't been able to figure it out. So I wish we didn't need a fence. They're expensive. This fence in Pakui is gonna be hell to build. It's gonna be hard to maintain. But there is no other option if we want to protect that forest inside. And it's just one tool, yeah? You gotta follow that up with animal control and weed control and monitoring. But there's no evidence out there that I've been able to find, or the people who have come before me, to suggest that there's another way of doing it. So if we know we need the fence, for those people who don't like the fence, it's man-made, makes them feel like they gotta get kept out. I totally can appreciate that. But so can those people or people from that community come up and inform where those access points will go. So a step over should be over here, it should be over here, it should be over here. This is where the gate should go. You know, and so that inclusion and that messaging, that's, my hopeful solution.
How do people see that? Is it a fence to keep us out, or is it a fence to save whatever is in there. I think if we educate them and tell them what are we saving, because like the fence line, I wouldn't look at it as a barrier, but as a way of assisting the regrowth, which is more important than me catching one pig or catching one deer or whatever.
I think the fence is a tool for protect Hina to come down to the fence. So the fence is only one tool. That's one part. The second part, like I said, is the maintenance of the fence, and the last one is the hunting, maintenance, and control of the animal population.
So we're talking about, private landowners not allowing hunters on. And so it leaves a bad taste in a lot of the, some of these community members I've been interviewing, in that if you can even have trust between the landowners and community, why we going to partner with them, yeah?
There's got to be some connection between hunter-gatherers, landowners. You have to establish the good relationship with them. And part of the good relationship is, I'm not only going hunting on the land. What is it that you need that I can help you with? If it's fencing, mending gates, cleaning out water troughs. So in other words, you're not going up there just to go hunt and take. And if the landowners can see that, they might be open, but they have to be task-oriented. What can we do up there? What can we assist you with? Both sides.
What we do down there in Oahu is that we actually take the hunters in the area that actually was from those areas, that been hunting in those areas. And we allow them to go on their own, and they go holo up there. And, if get any breaches, breaks, they see something going on, they let us know. And all these hunters like is access. Access.
While no planning process or community process is perfect, our goal, my personal goal with the East Slope has been to integrate community perspective, community involvement in all aspects.
The effort for bringing community together was good. The community came out, and we hit some rocky roads. There's a lot of anger about stuff that was done, to our aina. What we want to have happen is unanimous. Our island needs to be protected. Unanimous. How come get strays that say, oh, I can do whatever I like do. I can go wherever I like go. I can take as much as I like take. And I don't think we should allow these people to hold us back in taking care of Hina. Right? If three guys yelling, what about my Hawaiian rights? I can do anything I like. You're not taking into consideration our aina, our history, and our future. Because this is the best investment in the modern world. Right? To get back to treating Molokai like she's living. Invest in taking care of our mama. Why? Because then she's going to have the ability to take care of our kids and their kids and so forth.
We should go straight to the high school. We should make programs and take them to the forest. Take them and make them see what is happening, what is not happening, what we need to do, and what needs to stop. I think that will give them a better picture of what they need to understand and what they need to know about what is actually going on. I think that our generation needs that mindset. They need to learn and give back. Yeah, I will, because it is a step. It's a step forward to making the Ahupua'a healthier. It's a step to making it intact.
I think this is an extension of that to take care and move forward conservation of our resources even further to the east.
Does this move us closer to our goal of unhealthy Ahupua'a? I say guaranteed. Guaranteed.
It all comes down to manageability. proper funding, staff. That's what this fence gonna need. Maintenance, continuous maintenance, manageability. People out there working on, making sure that the movement of these deers, these ungulates, is controlled.
The Hawaiian concept is, it's almost in line with mathematics. You got to put in for receive. This westernized thinking of just subtraction. You get to a point where no one nothing for subtract from, and you're still subtracting, right? That's not Kanaka. That's not Hawaiian. So we gotta put in, and the only way for put in is for make everything line up and everything benefit each other.
So I think we have to go back to what our kupunas taught us. We leave the place better than we came. And if we can leave our forests 100, 200 yards bigger, then we can say we did something for our next generation.
If we had that mentality to keep trying, and even if we do fail, we keep pushing to do what we are meant to do, it will work.
The East Molokai Watershed Partnership is intact. This is what it has the capacity and the know-how to do. That doesn't mean that it can't be improved. That doesn't mean that it's the long-term solution. The long-term solution could be ahupua'a community groups taking care of their aina. I mean, nothing beats that. This is a way to make sure, or to at least help ensure that we have something to protect in the future. We have something to allow us to survive in the future.
This work is so sacred that what we do on Molokai, it has these ripples. It affects all the different islands, and we're all connected. So it's really what we are trying to build here today is not just a legacy for Manae or Molokai, but for all the islands and maybe even the world. This kind of thinking that, this is more important than us. It's for the aina, it's for hina, it's for the generations not yet born, and it's boots on the ground. We all gotta put our mana and our hana into it. So I thank you guys for your mana and your hana, and hopefully this will help to inspire others and have them feel that they can be part of this and add their own mana to this. So, mahalo.
The East Slope Watershed Project is still in development. To learn more about the project, share mana'o, and provide feedback, please contact the Nature Conservancy's Molokai program at 553-5236, extension 6590. Mahalo nui.